Today's topic is actually on Kaizen. And Kaizen is a continuous improvement process. It's a very popular employee involvement program. And many of the organizations, particularly on the hardware, software, service industries, are looking at Kaizen as one of the small group or small improvement which can happen on a day-to-day life. And we have a expert in this area. He has got more than 40 years of experience, Parthiban, and he has worked in TVS Group for about 25 years. Basically a mechanical engineer, and also have done industrial engineering from Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai. And after that, he worked in TVS for 25 years and involved in TPM and various other improvement processes. And for the last 11 years before he retired, he was with Automotive Axle Mysore, and he has implemented QC Circle 5S and Kaizen on a very effectively in many of the organizations he has worked. And we have also been involved in Automotive Axle along with Parthiban, and I have a first-hand experience with what are the improvements he has done. And we are fortunate to have a person who actually understands dirtying the hands on the machines and look at the small improvements which can happen. And let us look at, I'm introducing Parthiban. Parthiban?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, all the very best.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, okay, let me start. Okay. Good morning to all. This is actually today we are going to I'm going to conduct Kaizen approach through Vivo analysis. It's a 10-step methodology actually I'm planning to present. But Kaizen is a simple improvement. It's not required all the time 10-step methodology. Where single root cause is not there, then we have to go for 10-step methodology. Otherwise, it's a one-to-one 5 why analysis. We can identify the improvement actually. The Kaizen history, basically, Kaizen is a Japanese word. Japanese. After the Second World War, this Japan economic condition is totally got down. During that time, Americans supported Japan to rebuild their industrial movement. So that they introduced, they sent some specialists from America, like Deming, everybody, and then actually they started quality circle related activities. Kaizen is a part of small improvements, which is giving very good benefits to the organization. Okay, Kaizen is the meaning of Kaizen is actually K is a change, Zen is better. It's make it better. Anything from the existing to better change is the Kaizen. It is a very small improvement which is not required any amount of money or something. Maybe very less amount only required. So most of the people thinking Kaizen here is cost involved too much. So without cost we can't implement. It's a simple idea which will move the improvement from one stage to another stage. The Kaizen is a changing methods, making small changes, overcoming resistance to change. It's unlocking human potential, Kaizen. The Kaizen principle, it's a Japanese management philosophy which literally translates a continual improvement. Kaizen helps to improve productivity of an organization simply by taking incremental steps towards continual improvement. Kaizen philosophy is involving all the employees and changing the mindset of the employees, and everyone can apply their mind to do the improvement. You see, this is a small, it's a diagram. You can see how the setback organization can reach a highly profitable organization by following the 100 steps methodology. You see that Kaizen is the 24th step in this diagram actually. So step by step, if you follow all the systems or concepts to reach high profitability organization, if once you reach Kaizen, stage, you can straight away go to 44th stage once our employees started implementing Kaizens on their own. Like that, various methodologies are there. Okay, innovation, benchmarking, so many things are there. Now we are talking about only Kaizen. The continuous difference between the continuous and continual is it's not a continuously, it's not going. Kaizen is an improvement, and then it will be sustained, then do improvement, and for some time it should sustain, then improvement. It's a continual improvement. Any Kaizen improvement need to be sustained for some period of time. Then only, otherwise over the period it will come back. Then whatever the benefit the organization got, it will get lost by the organization. There are opportunities and problems everywhere. This Kaizen is not only applicable to industries only. It's applicable to industries, institutions, offices, and service sectors. Even at home also, it can be implemented. So everywhere some opportunities also there, some problems also there. Opportunities are proactive, problems are reactive. There are 4 types of Kaizens are there. All the opportunities are low cost involved, and the problems always high cost involved. You know the difference between proactive and reactive. Anything happening before we are taking action is proactive, which will take very less cost. Actually, reactive approach always we need to spend high cost. Always it's like a breakdown, preventive maintenance. It's nothing but. You see here, this is a continual improvement in this communication field. It's a continual breakthrough improvements. So see, telephone to mobile to smartphone we got. This is actually breakthrough improvement. Keikaku is actually, it's a radical change to the production system. Small steps is a Kaizen, radical change is a Keikaku system. So any improvement you want to implement, first you need observation power, and then you have to do OIV analysis. So what are the human qualities supporting to do improvement this thing? But if you don't have courage and confidence, you can't implement any improvement. So finally, common sense is must actually. These all are the human qualities which is already given by God. It is easy to understand and implement. It is low cost implementation. It will give quick results. It is we can do simple documentation. It utilizes people potential and develops it further. So every person, every even the sweeper to top management, everybody is having ideas. But if we are not encouraging, motivating the people, they will not give any idea. That's called actually potential. Everybody is having a potential of ideas, but we need to encourage and get the ideas and make it implement. That's very important in the Kaizen. Who can do Kaizen? Everyone in the organization from lowest to topmost. Where can it be implemented? See, everywhere. Shop floor, office, home, service sector, everywhere it is possible. Kaizen is not only applicable to some particular type of industries and IT sectors, some other sectors, it is not useful. It's not like that. Every change, everywhere, wherever people are working, wherever people are facing problems, there you can do improvement, and one step to next step you can move. That is called actually Kaizen. So in some companies actually, so which are the areas where Kaizen can be implemented? What are the waste involved in that activity? We need to identify the waste. How to eliminate the waste? That's called Kaizen. It's very nothing. It's very easy to identify the waste, and we can do some improvement with the lowest cost, and you can implement the Kaizen, and you can document it. Any doubt, please, you can intervene, or you can send a message also. these are the steps involved in case. These are the steps involved. So initially we need to identify the problem, then document the current situation, then define the measurement target. You need to target the existing stage, existing condition. What is the target you need to achieve? Suppose I need 4 hours time to 1 hour I need to complete the activity, means you have to fix the target. How it is possible? Don't take the higher target. You take 20% reduction, then you take another 20% reduction. It is a continual improvement, not at a stage improvement. So you can sell 20% also, it is possible. Then do brainstorming with your team member, along with your team member. Brainstorming is nothing but you are thinking about the particular problem. What is the solution? Possible and probable causes you can identify. Even it may be silly idea. Don't worry. Note down the points and encourage the people and get more points. And then you find a possible causes, and possible causes. Say you need to find an idea for that. So develop case in idea using why analysis. Normally, any problem, if you ask 5 times why, you will get the idea for the solution for the problem actually. So that it's for the any simple problem. It's a complex or complicated issues, then you have to go for 10-step methodology. For the home related issues, or even home related also, many complex problems are there. You can write it down in the note paper, and you can do why analysis for that. Then implement the idea and measure, record, and compare the result to the comparing with the target. Then prepare creation sheet, update the your ideas, implementation, and before after photographs, everything. Then create short-term and long-term problem. Short-term is actually temporary action, because in production line you cannot expect immediately permanent action. Permanent action will take time. It requires resources. It requires money. It requires manpower. So many things are involved in for the permanent action. But short-term actions, how to make or how to run the production in the particular day is a short-term action. So, for example, some oil leakage, some cylinder leakage, immediately how to resolve the issue and hand over to the production. But long-term is a permanent action. How come we can eliminate the particular issue is not coming back again? That is a long-term action. Then finally, we need to identify horizontal for transmitting very less product. That is waste. How to you have to identify how to utilize the vehicle to load 750 kgs. That is the difference between these two. You can easily understand what is Kaizen. Very, very simple. The person who is carrying the load on shoulder, the person is pushing the same load on his finger. This is a product actually. Boxing the heavy product, issue is arms are tired. Okay. So how to make this product packing without tiredness, and how to improve the productivity also. Traditionally, people will think, get used to it very soon at first, try your best spirit. There is no enjoyable job, that's why I'm doing this job. Like that, traditionally people will think. But we can think how to make it simple, how to increase my productivity, as well as how to reduce my fatigue. That is the case actually. And material, then you can close easily without lifting the product. This thing is there. So problem is in the pressure cooker is rice is not cooked properly. This is the problem. So we have to do why standardize. This is the root cause. Always standardize and so objective of wave analysis is quite frequently we use wave analysis to solve simple problems. Most of the time it is completed by asking why 5 times, and straight line analysis finding root cause. The countermeasure fails seldom, as most of the problems may have more possible root. Actually, what is the root cause for the child crying? Anyway, we'll go the actual, because like that people will jump into the conclusion immediately by seeing that boy. They will think this is the because of this only is crying. But normally, if you do YY analysis for this, the child is crying. First one, maybe pain, maybe because of sadness, because of bitterness, because of fear, because of surprise, because of excitement. These all are the factors involved in child crying. Normally, most of the time, what we will decide, only one case we will take, 1 or 2 cases. But each and every pain, sad, bitter, fear, surprise, excitement, each and every point we need to do why. Is all for Y4 is not ending it. It may continue also. The last Y is the root cause for the particular first Y. So the 10 rules of YY analysis is, let us see one by one all the rules actually. Rule number 1 is easy clarification in the expression. Only he will rotate his hand and fill the ice cream from the machine. So we need to understand how move the cone spirally and manually to get the ice cream. Give sufficient time to ice cream to fill and release the air from the which is accumulating inside the bottom of the cone. No, some air will be there that we need to release it. Otherwise, with the air, if you fill the right quantity of ice cream, will not fill the cone. That is point number 2. Point number 3: ice cream should not touch any part of cone before going to the bottom. So cone always when filling that ice cream from the machine, it should touch the bottom of the cone first. If you touch the side of the cone, from that point it starts filling. Bottom air will not release. This is the theory and principle we need to understood first. Then the first Y, you can get the first Y. Half of the ice cone is filled with ice cream. Only because of air in the bottom of the cone remains. Number 2, the top of ice cream contacted other unexpected area. These 2 points actually you are identified as a Y1. Rule number 3, address through logical approach. Rule number 4, identify all factors. We need to check to be able to eliminate previous Y phenomenon. If the Y has not appeared, all elements and factors which are at the parallel level should be identified. So rule number 5, check for unnatural analysis. There are 2 types of analysis are there. No, natural analysis, and we have to go for always natural analysis. Don't go for unnatural analysis. Okay, example of unnatural analysis is a faulty component was produced. This is a problem actually. Analysis is suddenly jumping to there is no mistake proofing. Mistake proofing is nothing but okay. It's a mistake proofing people are telling. It's not a natural analysis. Normally, correct analysis, faulty components was produced. Why? The component did not sit or locate properly in the fixer. That is the right. Rule number 6, unprecise exact wording which everybody can easy to understand. Occasionally, always YV analysis, we need to use precise words. No ambiguity between the words. Precise word, ambiguity. No ambiguity is should not be there in your analysis actually. Okay, so ambiguity is nothing but actually there is no single word, 2 meanings. That is that should not be there. Single word, single meaning is important. Normally, for example, shaft broken. Why shaft broken? Material used was not good. So material used, rule number 7. Why approach to the standard methods and their positions. Very important. This rule number 8 is very, very important. Avoid human conditions and emotions. It can be cause of distraction. This is very, very, very important. By this approach of focus on human being, we cannot prevent recurrence. This is how should not end up your OU analysis. Our OU analysis should end up technically, logically. There is no human factors, human emotions should not involved in your OU analysis. This is very much clear. Rule number 9. Identify element which is related to the recurrence. Example of rule number 9. You see here, cylinder did not move as pressure was low. This is a hydraulic issue. One machine hydraulic cylinder is not moving consistently. Some jerk is there in the cylinder. Okay. So how to do OU analysis in the technical people will understand this. How cylinder did not move as pressure was low. So what action will do immediately? Our people increase pressure, increase ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Then after that they will hand over the machine. It's not correct. So next boy, pressure was low as hydraulic suction filter was choked. Suction filter choked means what will do? Filter clean filter. Then machine will get all right. Then they'll hand over. But problem will repeat. So we have to go for next level. Filter was choked as oil was dirty. So oil dirty. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Oil change oil also. After some time it will get dirty. Okay. So this is also not right solution. Go to next level. Oil dirty as oil filling cap was open. Okay. Because of the oil filling cap open in the hydraulic tank, ambient dust or moisture enter to the hydraulic oil, which contaminating your hydraulic oil, which choked your filter, resulting your filter choke and resulting your hydraulic pressure drop, resulting your cylinder movement struck up. Like that your OU analysis should come. Finally, what is the permanent action for this issue? Oil was dirty, oil replaced because of the oil filling cap not closed. How to eliminate this problem? Oil filling cap was not put back. Standardization. Make standard to ensure to fix back the oil filling cap after refilling. You have to standardize. You can include this point in the oilman checklist or oil seal RIS checklist, operator inspection. Like that, you have to standardize this. Then only this problem will not repeat again. Otherwise, remaining 4 actions, even if you take, this problem will repeat after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, whatever the time, based on your utilization. Rule number 10. This is the last rule. Need to investigate at Gemba. Gemba is a Japanese word. Gembetsu is also a Japanese word. Always Japanese use this concept. Gemba is a work spot. Gembetsu is a go and see. Anything happened, problem, go to the work spot. It's the meaning of go to the work spot. Not sitting in your cabin or in your table and do OU analysis as per your imagination based on your past experience. This is very, very, very important. Anything happen, go to the spot, whatever it is. It may be industry, it may be institution, it may be rules we need to apply. Whatever, whenever you are doing multiple root causes for the single product. Now, generally, Kaizen mindset we will discuss on that. Everything can and should be improved. Okay, everything can and should be improved. There is no ultimate idea or ultimate implementation. Nowhere it is there. Okay, so everywhere improvement potential is there. So not a single day should go by without some kind of improvement being made somewhere in the company. So when you go to office or company or institution, you have to go with the mindset, I have to do some improvement. Without improvement, I should not come back to home. Like that, you have to enter the office or organization with a positive mindset. Then you will get an idea. At least one idea one day is also very good actually. Imagine ideal customer experience and strive to get the customer feedback. Give first priority to resolve the customer experiences and the customer's issues, and implement Kaizen, and update customer by implementing this improvement. Your issue got resolved. Then they will get satisfaction. This is how actually world-class manufacturing organizations are working. Number 4, don't criticize, suggest. Okay, never stop doing Kaizen. Kaizen always, every day, one Kaizen is a must, and you should keep it in mind. Then only at least weekly once you can do it. You see, this girl, small girl, she's the 8th standard girl. She has done one Kaizen. Without unknowingly, she done Kaizen actually. His grandfather, actually, he was walking evening outside. Maybe every day you come back late. You'll end up with some unsafe issues like that. Because he is always using crunch and going for walking outside. So what she thought actually, to come to reach home on time, also reach home safely, she did some improvement in his crunch actually. What 3 improvements? One is shock absorber type of arrangement introduced to avoid shoulder pain. Okay, and she introduced small lamps in front of the crunch. Also, one small bell also introduced. In case night times he is walking, someone is coming opposite side, he can ring the bell actually. But that broomstick purchased from outside only, always through purchase department. It is very less, numbers only, 3 numbers. But what he thought actually, why don't we use the purchase which made in-house like that? The broomstick was made in-house by means of waste material. He collected all the waste material during his free time or lunch time, whatever it is. He prepared or manufactured one broomstick using the cost of only cost saving is 250 rupees. Zero cost waste material. So that per broomstick cost 250 rupees. 3 numbers, 750 rupees per visual inspection type of Kaizen. AC, if you fix a fluttering paper in front of AC without cost, lower cost, you can understand AC is running or not in the distance itself. This is the type of valve. You can change this type of valve also for easy understanding whether the valve is closed or open. This is a visual inspection, whether the nut is tightened properly with the proper torque or not, by seeing the match marking of the yellow line. If any slight variation in the yellow line, then we can understand and retighten it. Okay, these are a type of arrangement. Shadow board. Okay, canteen leakage elimination. This type of toolings and all you can toolbars they can maintain like this only. And the common toolbars you can maintain for 5 people and give the token for all the 5 members, so that who are taking that spanner or something, they will keep the token number in that area. Then anybody can understand easily that Ranganathan is taking the 7 spanner, ring spanner outside, and you will understand, and quickly they can access and get it back again. This is also Kaizen. This office Kaizen, this type of cross marking, all these things we can implement for quick retrieval. Offices are very, very important to implement Kaizen, because retrieval time of files taking sometimes for 1 hour or 1 day also, or 24 days also. We don't know. Sometimes my files are not reachable. For that, we can do Kaizens also. If you want, we can go in depth in the next session. You have to keep stationaries like this, arranged in manner for easy retrieval. Also, unwanted and excess material you will not keep in your drawer. This is a small. So Kaizen gives you joy of working, joy of thinking, joy of sharing, joy of caring, joy of learning, joy of earning, joy of. Thank you so much for your questions. Any questions we can discuss.